I remember being a child staring into the mirror trying to find myself in the reflection. Who was I? Where did I come from? The history books called me African American, a label that felt more like a cage than an identity. It spoke of a past shrouded in slavery and oppression, a narrative that began with chains and ended with struggle. But something inside me yearned for more. There had to be more to my story, a deeper truth waiting to be unearthed. This yearning led me down a path of discovery, a journey into the heart of my ancestry. What I found there was not a narrative of defeat but a legacy of kings and queens, prophets and warriors. It was the story of the Israelites, a people chosen by God, a people whose history stretched back millennia. And in their story, I saw my own. I saw the resilience of a people who had endured centuries of oppression, the spiritual strength of those who had never lost faith, and the unbreakable bond of a community united by a shared heritage. The evidence for our Israelite heritage is woven into the very fabric of our history. The Apocrypha, a collection of ancient texts considered sacred by many, describes God's signs leading the 10 tribes of Israel to a land where no man has ever lived. The land was called Arsareth, which the Jewish Encyclopedia interprets as America. These books also mention the Israelites scattering to the four corners of the earth. These texts, often excluded from mainstream biblical canon, offer a glimpse into the fate of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Tribes that vanished from history after the Assyrian conquest. Could we be the descendants of the 10 lost tribes of northern Israel, whose migration led them to the Americas? Likewise, could we also be the descendants of the enslaved people of the southern kingdom of Judah, brought to America against our will from Africa? The historical timeline aligns with chilling accuracy. The transatlantic slave trade, the brutal system that ripped millions of indigenous people from their homeland in America, occurred in 1492, centuries after the Assyrian conquest of northern kingdom of Israel, which led to the Israelites' migration to the Americas in 722 BC. Could it be that our ancestors were led to the Americas by God to live as a free people, untouched by outside nations for thousands of years? Could it be that these same people were scattered and displaced and found themselves on the shores of distant lands, stripped of their identity and forced into a life of servitude worldwide? The journey across Asia, the Bering Straits and North America was a harrowing one, a testament to the strength and resilience of our ancestors. Millions of Israelites on foot crossing the Euphrates River, Tigris River, flooded land of the Bering Strait, and the North American continent to the east coast, they endured unimaginable conditions, their bodies broken but their spirits unbroken. They carried with them the stories of their ancestors, the whispers of a glorious past, and the unwavering belief in a promised land. Upon arriving in America, they multiplied to over 112 million inhabitants and over 500 sovereign tribal nations, and they flourished for thousands of years. Until Christopher Columbus arrived, they were stripped of their names, their languages, their cultures, and their very identities. They were branded with the label Black, a term devoid of any cultural or historical context, a term designed to erase their past and define them solely by the color of their skin. But even in the face of such brutal oppression, the seeds of our heritage remained dormant, waiting for the day to sprout. The theft of our identity was not merely a matter of semantics. It was a calculated act designed to strip us of our power, our heritage, and our rightful place in the world. By denying us our true history, our oppressors sought to keep us bound in a perpetual state of subjugation. They understood that a people without knowledge of their past are a people without a future, a people adrift in a sea of uncertainty. But the spirit of our ancestors could not be so easily extinguished. Despite the relentless assault on their culture, they clung to the fragments of their heritage, passing down traditions and stories through generations. These whispers of the past, often disguised within songs, folktales, and religious practices, served as a beacon of hope, a reminder of who we were and who we could be. Even today, echoes of our Israelite heritage can be seen in our cultural practices and traditions. From our music, with its soulful melodies and improvisational spirit, to our cuisine, rich with flavors and spices reminiscent of the Middle East, to our strong family bonds and emphasis on community, the fingerprints of our ancestors are evident. Our religious practices, too, bear striking similarities to ancient Israelite traditions. The call and response pattern of our worship services, the emphasis on prophecy and spiritual revelation, and the deep reverence for the Creator all point to a shared spiritual lineage. These cultural continuities are not mere coincidences, they are the enduring legacy of a people whose spirit could not be broken, ancient people whose connection to their heritage transcended time and circumstance by divine providence.